Here we go. We are cutting out the man, Darth Vader himself. So, what selection tools do I suggest using in this case? I really think this is a good spot for the quick selection tool once again. There really is no better tool for this, in my opinion. So, do I want to select the area around Darth or the area or Darth himself? That's the question, right? I'm going to make a guess that the area around him is going to work. The colors are so similar between Darth Vader and the background. We're going to have some problems we're going to have to fix. But let's go ahead and get started. Here I go. Making selections. Look at all that mess. Guess what? I had the magic wand selected. Whoops. Let's go ahead and get that quick selection tool and get started. If you wanted to, you could actually select a large section like this by making your brush real big. That'll save you some time. Just big chunks like that. But look at all the mess that just got created right there. Oh man. Let's go ahead and make our brush a little bit smaller. And I can press minus or press the Alt key and start to subtract and get rid of the problems that you see here on Vader. Now I'm only going to do this for so long before I enter this select and mask window, which I rely on a lot, as you can see. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Not perfect, but perfection with cutouts isn't even possible, to be honest. These edges, if you get really close to them, they're very jagged. They look like a mess if you get super close to the edge. Just take a look. That's what you're looking at right there, right? No, that's a sea of darkness right there. That's Darth Vader's heart. Okay, well, I mean, pre talking to his son Luke and becoming a good guy again. But look at that mess right there. So that's what you're looking at. Let me fix this. I'm holding down the Alt key, trying to fix this mess. Alright, great. I'm going to click Select and Mask. There we have it. I'm going to take the opacity down. I turned that way up in a prior video. Let me take that down. So, okay, great. Now I'm working on the edge. Wow, it's looking terrible, right? We can do a lot better. So let me go ahead and start messing with some of these tools. Why don't we start off with the quick selection tool. And I'm going to subtract. Okay, just go ahead and hit this edge. There we have it. Not looking too bad. Not too bad. Not too great either, honestly. Alright. I'm using the space bar to pan around nice and close and see what I can get done here. Let me get that edge right there. Not too bad. And there you have it. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now, that edge looks weird. How do we fix it? How do we make it smoother? Well, that word right there, smooth, should have given you a hint. I'm going to use the smooth option in here. Right. Again, I'm just being a little bit picky. Now I'm done. Here we go. So this is the smooth option that smooths the edge for me. Another option that you have, I think I might use it, is this option to shift the edge. You can actually shift the edge in or out if you want. I think I'm going to shift the edge just a little bit in. Just like that. And maybe add a tiny bit of contrast to it as well. What I don't want is any of that gray area surrounding Darth Vader. I'd rather lose bits of him than end up with pieces I don't want. So I'm going to turn smooth down and add some contrast again. I don't want to shift that edge too far. He's not going to be huge in the composite, so there we go. Pretty happy with that. Going to zoom out and take a quick look at him. He's not looking too bad. Everything that's green is my selection. Looks a little bit rough over here, but I'm going to live with it. Let's press OK. Ignore that screen. OK one more time. Okay, there we have it. This could all be cleaned up a little bit better if you like, but I'm just going to say OK to that. Oh, looks like I forgot. I selected the background, not Darth. So there's one more step to this. You're going to have to right-click and set this to... where is that? It's select inverse is what it's called. You can always reverse a selection. You want to do that. So select inverse. Just right-click with your selection tool active, and then Control-J, and there you go. And all these need to be saved off as PNGs as soon as you get them. So you want to save that off as a PNG. I will on this particular one. There is a little bit of an issue. We've got all this space over here we don't really want. right? So I do know a trick. I'm going to show it to you. If you right click the layer thumbnail, you can choose select pixels, and that will actually activate the selection around Darth again. So anytime that a layer is cut out, you can right click and select pixels on it. The next step I want to go to is, if you have a selection active, you can actually go to image and crop, and it will always crop to the selection you have active. So that cropped Darth really nicely. So he's not going to be huge whenever we place him into our composite later. Alright, last step is just save him as a PNG, which has been demonstrated already in a prior video, so let's keep moving.